Play With Us Design brought us Vitamors in 2017. In 2021, they released Vitamors Conspiro. This is again a social interaction game, but this time is for 5 to 10 people. I was lucky enough to interview them at Spiel 2022 and they gave me this game. And now I'm going to take a look inside to find out if actually would it be worth the amount of money that you have to spend to get your hands on it. Let's do an unboxing. So play we all. Vitamors Conspiro is not an expansion on Vitamors. It plays on similar rules, but it is not an expansion. It's a standalone game. And in this game, you're going to take the parts either of the Exile or, to make sure that I said this right, the Exiler or the Joker. And you need to collect a number of cards to make a ritual, but those cards have to be the correct cards for the ritual. If they are not, then the ritual doesn't take place properly and the Joker wins the game. And because these are hidden roles and messing up with other players, well, the idea is actually that some people will not want the ritual to take place and some will. Will you do it? I don't know. That depends on you when you play it. But that is the basic premise of the game. Now, what is this like production-wise? Well, Vitamors was very, very good, so I have expectations for this. This is feels heavier in my hand, so let's find out. The box, the cover, I'm very interested because it is completely different from that of Vitamors. This is just an outline of two faces or the same face separated, but it is a lot more minimalistic. But the little attention to detail I find actually very enticing and very good. Like for instance here, that you get that little red dot in the middle of the eye, and in the back we get, well, all the information that you need if you can speak Chinese, which I can't, but that's fine because remember that this company is based in Taipei in Taiwan. So let's open this and find out what the contents are like. Same box as with Vitamors, so very, very solid, very robust. I really like it. We get the rules in several languages, and of course we're going to go for the English because it's the one I understand. Same format as Vitamors, just this long strip of paper with the rules. This feels a little bit more complex of a game than Vitamors. I think there's a little bit more rules to it. We have 2 different modes, beginner and expert, with tons more things to prepare. So this is a more sophisticated game. We have more cards with more sophisticated as well illustrations, which I'm very much looking forward to exploring. We're given a very clear detail on the anatomy of the cards, a fairly long summary of the game, how to set it up, the Joker's tricks, the game flow, end of game, and then powers of arcane tiles and powers of Joker's trick. Okay, it's a little bit more here, but then more plays. This should be good fun. I'm going to look at these at the very end. and because they are the most exciting bits. So these tokens, look, I don't think anyone will refute me if I say that Yawen is the hell of an artist. Seriously, these illustrations are just so good, so very good. I need to open this little deck. By the way, the material on this is tremendous. This is really hard, really hard. There's a little deck of square cards in here, which I don't know how I'm going to open. I know how I'm going to open with one of these tokens, which are very sharp, and I will tell you all about them in a minute. I will show you them later. So we have a number of cards, all of them with the same back, with the Joker and the Exilers. And then we get the Joker crying. Oh, poor Joker is crying. And then the oh, this is grim. Wow, I was not expecting that. That looks really grim. Okay, good. These cards materials, they could do with sleeving. They're nowhere near as thick as the cards from the deck from Vitamors. So this could do with sleeving. We get just a few tokens. Which says Proditio. Okay. We get a few chits in here. Small tokens, double-sided, very nicely printed. And they are quite small, but they only have one little illustration, so it's not as if they need to be bigger or if we're going to be missing any detail because of this size. Again, the cardboard is very robust. It's very difficult to actually. I'm genuinely, trying to bend one of these, and I can't. I mean, I could if I make a lot more effort, but I would have to do a lot of effort. So these are very strong. Then we have the cards. Very good quality. I really like them. The printing is just glorious. I mean, these are colorful yet mournful, slightly more detailed than those from Vitamors. Very same style, but these are just, and I think there's a sense of sorrow, there's a sense of reverence in the expressions of the people in the cards, despite the bright colors which you would not associate with that sentiment, and yet here it is. It is pervasive. And I know the reason why. If you want to find out more about it, do check the interview with Yawen that we did, because it's a really beautiful story, and it really comes through in these cards. So very, very highly recommended. That's very touching, really. We get a longer sheet with Vita and Morse. We get this Grim Ripper, and in Vitamors we got the Doctor with its little beak. Here we get the Grim Reaper with his little hood and his face hidden down there. Some same metal and absolutely delightful, really cute. I know it's the Grim Reaper, but it's very, very cute. And last but not least, which is what I wanted to show you, are the tokens for the game. Again, they've gone all the way into creating something special. And we get these feathers made out of metal. So yeah, you're not going to bend these anytime soon or easily. And the only thing to be careful is that actually they are quite sharp. I mean, you have seen me open the card decks plastered with this. They are quite sharp, but they're so nice that you can almost feel like this could easily be a country's coin, you know, currency, because they are absolutely beautiful and they feel so good in my hand if you don't stab yourself with them. Of course, you have to be careful with that. But very, very, very cool. I mean, nothing screams high production in a small box more than these metallic things. I'm looking forward to taking a look at this game. It's a bit more sophisticated. The only reason I am slightly less enthusiastic about it is because I'm going to need more people. And it is hard enough to get 4 of us on the table on a regular basis. To get 7 or 8 to play this game, that's going to take me some doing, but I am going to do my very, very best. So I will let you know. If you have already managed that titanic feat, I would love to hear what you have to say, so please let me know. This game stands right now at an 8.6 on the boardgamegeek. So obviously people who've played it and rated it really liked it. So I would love to hear the reasons why. So please, please, please let me know. Meanwhile, thank you so much for being there. Please have a go and support this small creator and buy this game if you possibly can. And if you cannot, ask your local store to pester every single distributor out there until they get it. But please have a go. Thank you very much indeed. And until the next time, well, take good care. So play wheel.